At this point we're walking through town of Woodstock at Blenheim Palace, which is the homeland of the Churchill family. And this lane is, the bishop's residence here is built 1686. Give you some idea of the history of this, or how old this area is. And this is the Bishop's Lane, the Rector's Lane, one of the main streets. And in the background you hear the bells from the local cathedral, because there's been a wedding today. And that's the particular wedding bell ring that they have. Many of these houses here from the 1500s, even the 1300s in this village. So it should be quite interesting to make a bit of a tour of this town.
Sir Walter Scott, the rest. He wrote a novel called Woodstock for the area.
See the beautiful wisteria, it's almost at its end right now, blooming. Or blossoming, we should say. No, blooming, yes. And we'll take a walk down through the town later, but as you can see, it's somewhat like, for those of you who are fans of Miss Marple mystery novels, it's a bit like St. Mary Mead. There's 200 dwellings in the entire village, and after a bit we'll go into one of the local pubs for tea. We're going now to go into Blenheim Palace, and we'll take a few scenes from Blenheim Palace. Interesting sign here at the entrance of Blenheim Palace. I hope you can read it. This gives us a good overview of Blenheim Palace. The Dukes of Marlborough and the little private lake at the palace. Now, these are our two hosts who have brought us up to Blenheim today. Sergei is a resident of Woodstock, and Nina is a resident at Oxford University student, is resident in the St. Gregor and St. Macrina house where we're staying. We're here. And this is the gate, the entrance of Blenheim Palace, where we're standing.
There are 3 meters in diameter, and this is 1/4 of the palace. It goes that way, and
yeah, a little more of a close-up of Blenheim Palace. The Duke is in residence because his flag is up.
It was built as a house. There are rooms in there and fireplaces and everything. And there is a passage going underneath it. So they built it together with the
as far as you can see, the palace grounds, the forests on beyond, and there's a castle back there somewhere. But the enormous estate, the Dukes of Marlborough and the Spencer Churchills from here. Of course, some of them were great military heroes, and the palace was actually a reward for a victory led by the now Duke of Marlborough, later Duke of Marlborough, Spencer Churchill, when he conquered the French at Blenheim in what's today Belgium, and this is of course Blenheim Palace, named after that particular victory. The pheasant will turn around so you can see its colors. It's a lovely bird. So they're not particularly afraid because there's no hunting here of any kind, and they seem to know that they're safe.
Well, it's up to you.
Yeah, this is the main gates to the palace itself, the actual entrance to the palace. It has a slight Egyptian look to it, this is the way that it's structured. Something like the palace.
it is the same gate.
That's all a close-up of the gates to Blenheim Palace. They tell me this is not the main gate, but a side gate. So I haven't seen the main gate yet, if there is one. a bit extravagant. They tell me it cost something like £30,000 a day for the electricity in the place. So couldn't be maintained as a private palace anymore. No one would have the kind of money necessary to even heat it, let alone operate it. The grounds are now always open as a public park, and the private gardens are, of course, now open as a botanical. So still serves the purpose, but the extravagance of the age when these things were built, that nobody could possibly have needed so big a palace. And small wonder the Commons rose up and demanded a parliament and a little bit of equality.